Reviewing NHL games of December 3rd, 2018. Now, I haven't been around in the past 3-4 days. My apologies. Work has gotten in the way. One other quick side note. I'm going to start releasing my game reviews the morning after, as opposed to squeezing them in after the games are done late at night. I'm going to see how that goes for December, and we'll see what happens in January. Let's get to the board. All right, first game up. Tampa Bay Lightning beat the New Jersey Devils 5-1. First goal, Kucherov gets his 12th of the season, assisted by Point and McDonough. This was an awful goal. Kincaid should have had this. It was just, he definitely wanted this one back. Second goal of the game, Tampa Bay goes up 2-0. A goal by Point, his 20th of the season. They got to pay this guy next year. On the power play, assisted by Kucherov and Hedman. A quick little tidbit. Point and Kucherov have like 39 points in the last 10 games after the second goal. Crazy. In any case, we go into the second period. Johnson scores for Tampa, makes it 3-0. His 11th of the season, assisted by McDonough, who gets his second point of the night, and Kucherov, who now gets his third point of the night already. He also assisted on the last goal. New Jersey shows they've got a pulse. Yakovlev. He gets his first of the season, assisted by Vatanen and Newson. And then, Tampa Bay scores again. They go ahead 4-1. Gord gets his 10th of the season. He's looking good too, assisted by Stamkos and Palat. And that's it for Schneider. He doesn't start that's it for Kincaid, excuse me. Schneider starts the third period, but it doesn't make a difference because Tampa Bay's first shot on net, which happens to be on the power play, is scored by Stamkos, gets his 9th of the season, assisted by Point, who gets his 3rd point of the night, and Kucherov, who gets his 4th point of the night. Remember that stat I mentioned earlier? Yeah. So, Schneider should have had that. I know it's the power play and everything, but Stamkos he had a clear view of the shot, and Stamkos was at the, almost kind of in between the two circles, maybe towards more the left. In any case, he was at the top, like close to the blue line. He had clear sight. He should have saved that goal. What's happened to Schneider in the past year and a half? Hey, it's such a shame. In any case, some more interesting stats. Kucherov, that's his 6th career 4-point night, and Kucherov now has 24 points over his 10-game point streak now. Wow. Other stats here. Tampa went 2 for 3 on the power play. New Jersey Devils go 0 for 4. That's an issue. Dominique makes 26 of 27 saves. It's easy winning games when your team is scoring buckets of goals every night. But mind you, hey, New Jersey only got one past him, so either way, he's doing well. He's got a good record. Kincaid saves 16 of 20. Schneider, 5 of 6. Tampa Bay is now 27-1 for 41 points. I think that might be good for first in the league right now. And New Jersey Devils are now 9-12-5 with 23. Tampa is now 8-2-0 in their past 10 games, and this is their 3rd win in a row. The Devils are now 2-4-4 in their past 10 games, and this is now their 6th loss in a row. I believe it might be only their 2nd loss at home, though. Check that out and let me know in the comment section. Next game, Nashville Predators beat the Buffalo Sabres 2-1. We have any notes for this? Yes, we do. Now, Buffalo obviously had that 10-game win streak, but now going into this game, they had lost 2 in a row. This will now be 3 in a row, obviously. And, Buffalo has had some offensive challenges, one could say, or depth, scoring challenges lately, because Pomdenville has been out, Sherry has been out, and then three of their D have been out, Scandella, McCabe, and Hunwick. But look at Nashville. They've been having a hard time lately. They haven't been the same as their first, I want to say, 22 games or so of the season. But they've been missing Arvidsson and Saban for quite some time, Turris for a handful of games, and now Forsberg is on the IR. So, yeah. So that's two players off the first line. They're arguably their best defenseman, or at least their highest point defenseman, and their second line center. They're still winning games. They beat Buffalo, a good team in this day and age. I just said that. Buffalo's a good team. Next game, Dallas Stars beat the Edmonton Oilers 4-1. Oh my God, I'm jumping ahead of myself here. We didn't even go through the scoring. Ugh. Okay, you can tell I'm out of practice here. Anyways, so first period, Ellis gets his second of the year on the power play, assisted by Yossi and Johansson. 1-0 Nashville. Second period, Buffalo ties it up. Reinhart gets his seventh of the season. However, a note on that goal, it was kind of a scramble in front of the net, and Yossi, the puck had gone behind both him and Rene, who were standing in the blue paint, and Yossi reached back to grab the puck and instead knocked it into his own net. So it was an own goal. Reinhart was the last to touch it. At first, it looked like Skinner might have scored the goal and gotten his 20th, but no. Then Nashville goes ahead to make it 2-1. Fiala gets his fifth of the season, assisted by Smith and Ackholm. Fiala is turning in quite the energizer bunny out there on the ice as well. He hits, he scores, he does a little bit of everything. In any case, Rene saves 21 of 22. Buffalo only got 22 shots on that. You gotta get more if you want to win a game. Overall the shots are pretty low. Hutton saves 23 of 25. Nashville's now 19-8-1 with 39 points. Not too far behind Tampa. Buffalo's now 17-8-3 with 37. They've fallen behind Toronto now, I believe. So in the Atlantic Division, it's Tampa, Toronto, Buffalo at the moment, and Toronto's got a game in hand, and they're playing tomorrow against Buffalo. That'll be a great game. In any case, power plays. Nashville goes 1 for 2. Buffalo goes 0 for 4. I thought we solved this problem. But, hey, Nashville's probably got a really good penalty kill. Just look at their defensemen, right? Still, 0 for 4. That's opportunity missed there. Nashville is now 6-4-0 in their past 10. They've won 2 in a row. Buffalo is now 7-2-1 in their last 10, and they've lost 3 in a row. And they're playing back-to-back, as I said, playing Toronto tomorrow. Now we go over to the Dallas Stars beating the Edmonton Oilers 4-1. Some side notes. McDavid was out of this game with some sort of illness, a cold or a flu or something, which breaks his consecutive game record of for himself for 222 games. And Edmonton came into this game with a 3-game win streak. So Hitchcock, his coaching has been starting to pay off here. And this game was pretty close, right up until the third period where Dallas sort of bursted open. Edmonton skated really well and competed for the first 2 periods, but just didn't show up for the third. Let's get to the scoring here. Dickinson gets his 5th of the season, assisted by Janmark and Ritchie. Janmark was kind of just had these lucky passes all game. It was strange to watch. If you watched both those goals, it was they're just pretty interesting the way they happen. I don't know how else to explain it, and I can't, obviously. So, second period, no goals. Third period, Dallas goes ahead 2-1. Ritchie gets his first goal of the season, his second point of the night, assisted by Janmark, which is his second point of the night. Dallas then goes ahead 3-0. Ben gets his 12th on the power play, assisted by Bayreuther and Radulov. And then Edmonton scores. Kira. He gets his first of the season, assisted by Draisaitl and Weidman. It was a pretty goal, too. He got his own rebound. He shot it on net, got his own rebound, kind of tapped it out of midair past Hudobin, who had a really good game. And then when Edmonton was on the power play towards the end of the game, of course, they also pulled their goalie, so it was 6-4, and that's when Lindell, basically from behind the goalie net, shot it to the other side of net and put it in, scored an empty net goal. So Lindell gets his 4th of the season, shorthanded, unassisted. Dallas is now 15-10-3 with 33 points. Edmonton's now 13-12-2 with 28 points. But I digress. Hudobin saved 28-29 shots. This is the goalie Philly could have had. Why, Philly? Why? Koskinen saves 21-24. Not his ideal night, obviously. Dallas goes 1 for 3 on the power play. Edmonton goes 0 for 3. Dallas is now 6-3-1 in their past 10 games. This is their 3rd win in a row. Edmonton is 5-4-1 in their past 10, and this is their first loss. Snaps their 3-game win streak, as I mentioned earlier. Tomorrow's games, Tuesday, December 4th, NHL games, which you'll be watching this on the 4th, so today's games, because I'm shooting this the night before. What's happening? I don't know. I'm confused. Anyways, Boston Bruins versus the Florida Panthers, Calgary Flames versus the Columbus Blue Jackets, Arizona Coyotes versus the Los Angeles Lakers, the LA Kings, Tampa Bay Lightning versus the Detroit Red Wings, Winnipeg Jets versus the New York Islanders, Toronto Maple Leafs versus the Buffalo Sabres. This may be the game of the night, or the game of the day. And Minnesota, moving on, Minnesota Wild versus the Vancouver Canucks, the Colorado Avalanche versus the Pittsburgh Penguins. What's wrong with my mouth today? This should be a really good game as well, because if you remember, last time they played each other, there was some nastiness. There was some nastiness involved in this game. Crosby got a hat trick, and McKinnon had he had like a 4-point night as well. And Pittsburgh came back from a 3-0 deficit to tie it, and only to lose it, I think it was 5-3 or 6-3 with a couple of empty netter goals. But this will be a really good game as well. Then there's Ottawa Senators versus the Montreal Canadiens, and the Washington Capitals versus the Vegas Golden Knights. Thank you so much for watching. My apologies again for being away for the past 3-4 days. That's what happens when you need to pay the bills, I guess. If you like this video, hit that like button. If you really liked it, please consider subscribing. And if you have any Hockey Geek friends, please don't feel shy about sharing. Thanks again, and I'll see you soon.